Alright, you lot. So, some of you replied and said that you wouldn't mind the odd story every now and again. So that's what I thought I would do. I'm going to start off by one that I remember. I remember the best because it was hilarious. I've just been playing around with this Savage 21, by the way. I've just been getting it going. I had to go today and I got a pull start for it. It's got a K4.6 engine in it. And this is actually it's a Savage 21. This is actually what this is what I was driving in this story that I'm about to tell you. And I had a friend. Now I think it was just me and him. Me and this friend. His name was Josh. Josh was his name. And he had a buggy. It's like just a buggy, like a dune buggy. You know, the classic. When you think of a Nitro car, you think of a classic buggy, don't you? With a big spoiler on the back, 4-wheel drive. Now he'd been given one by his stepdad, I believe it was. It's a 1980s buggy. Bear in mind, we're probably talking. We were still in school, definitely still in school. So we were probably about 14 to 15 years old, right? So this would have been around about the year 2005 to 2006, I would say, around there somewhere, right? And we're in 2018 now, remember? Nearly 2019. So we're quite young, you know. We come with me, my parents, and it was some place in Holbridge, which is in England, southeast England. Now what that used to be, we used to go there quite a lot because it's a very good place to go. You know, it was a big park right by a canal where you had boats, and there was a yacht club, yachts and things down there for yachts. And there was a big car park where you could drive around in the car park, concrete car park. It was nice. It was always quite quiet. There was never many people there. And then what it was, by the car park there was this big tarmacked skate park with metal ramps. That was brilliant. I'll save some of that for another day, another story though, because there's some good times what happened there with the cars. I'll tell you that now, flying around. So this particular story we're going to go on, don't know what day it was, but it was a nice summer's day, nice and hot. A few kids around on their bikes, because what it was, there was a big park, grass field, massive grass field, right? And at the bottom, right near the canal, there was a gravel BMX track. Now, I used to go there with BMX as well, because I used to do a lot of BMXing before I started the motocross. Well, actually, but before there, yeah. So, where were we? Yeah, so there's a big park. You've got your skate park here, next to the car park, and then it goes into a big open field, and the bottom of that, right next to the canal, is this gravel BMX track. It goes up, it goes down, around, and there's whoops, and it goes round again and everything. It's good for your cars. You stand at the top, and you could just go around the whole BMX track. Gravel, it was gravel, like really fine stone, gravelly stuff. Yeah, so we were just there. We were zooming around the fields, having a really good time. But like I said, there was a few little kids. They were literally little kids just riding around. They were probably about 10 years old or so. You know, brothers and sisters and friends, probably a bit older, probably about our age as well, riding around. And we was having a good day, you know, flying around and all that. Now, my mate Josh, he was a bit clumsy. I don't know where he is nowadays. I've lost touch with all my friends from school. They're all just, I don't know. No one's interested in talking to me anymore. I was always the one that went and done things, and I don't know. No one just talks to me anymore. I don't know what happened to old Josh. I think his family moved out. I always remember when he first showed up, his family bought the old post office, and they lived in an old post office down the road from where my parents lived. And yeah, scatty young chap, old Josh was, but he was really, I liked him. He was all right. Clumsy as hell, clumsy, really clumsy. Tall blonde hair and all that. So always smelled like nappies, new nappies for some reason. Don't know why. The whole inside of his house, and he smelled like new nappies. Weird smell, really. Anyway, yeah, so we're flying around. I'm in the corner, just zipping around, and all of a sudden I looked over. Oh, hey, Josh, and all I see I'm not sure whether he lost signal because he wouldn't have a fail safe, right? You got to have a fail. You got to have a fail safe, right? And when you got these old crystal sets, because they didn't have 2.4 gigahertz. Those of you that have just gone into RC, you got 2.4 bloody gigahertz, didn't you? And you got a transmitter. Yeah, one of these. You get one that's similar to this, didn't you, with the 2.4? And it changes the signal for you. Now, back in the day of crystals, you had to make sure that you weren't near anyone that was using the same frequency as you, because it went on AM frequencies, 27 megahertz, 27.145 or whatever. Now, I always had split red and brown, can't remember the frequency, and I had a failsafe, right? So if you hit another frequency, the failsafe would come in and go, hold on a minute, there's another frequency trying to control this car, zip, and it would cut it out. You stop, come to a dead stop. Engine would still be running, but the car would stop. You wouldn't do nothing. And if you run out of battery on your transmitter, or if you went too far and it lost signal, same thing, the failsafe would stop it. Now, he wouldn't have a failsafe. I kept saying, no, don't want that, don't care. Anyway, don't know whether he lost signal, or if he ran out of battery, or his throttle got stuck, or something happened. But he was coming towards me, and all of a sudden, his car just went, and he was sitting there, he's going, he's trying to turn it like that. He's going, and I wish it was like a cartoon, because he weren't fat, but he was tall, and he was just, his arm was just used to, a bit like Boris Johnson. If anyone knows Boris Johnson, I don't know what he does. He's I think he used to be a foreign secretary here in England or whatever. Boris Johnson. Search Boris Johnson if you don't know who he is. But he cracks me up. He's big and clumsy. This is what my mate Josh was like, right? So his car shot off, cloud of smoke. He's going like that, right? Big goofy voice. He's like goofy voice. He's going. And there's this little kid. It's like slow motion in my head, but it's there's this little kid riding on his bike, probably about 8 years old, 10 years old, just riding across this field, right? And there's Josh over there going. Then he started to run, his big goofy feet flapping around like that as he's trying to run after it, right? And all you saw, all I saw, because I'm standing on a hill here, because I'm going around a BMX track with me truck, my Savage 21, right? And he's over there. And all you could see was this car going up the field with a big cloud of blue smoke, as Nitro cars do. That's good. Big cloud of blue smoke behind it, and this little kid didn't even know. He's riding down this grass field, right? So all I saw was Josh running, full pelt, big flappy feet, bulking around, going like that. His car going, and this kid on a bike going like that. Well, it was going the other way. Like, so he's going like that, and his kid's going like that, right? So here's his car, and here's his kid. And they went like that, they went poof. And all you saw, this kid went poof, fell off like that, and his buggy's still on full throttle. The shell's flown off. The shell flew off and went over there somewhere. Bits of plastic, I think the wheel come off as well. Right, and he's still full throttle though. So this kid's laying on top of his little buggy. He's fallen over like that. The buggy's gone like that. The kid's gone like that. But they're still on full throttle. He's still running. He's going me underneath this kid. The kid's laying there like that on top of his bike like that. Right, and the kid's laying there going because his wheels are burning whatever. And all you see was the smoke coming out of it. He's still going me underneath it like that. The kid's going like that, right? And then all you see was Josh run up to it like that. This poor little kid, right? He ran up like that, and he grabbed this kid and went like that, threw the kid the other way, picked his car up and stopped it. And this poor little kid got up like that, and because it's summer's day, so he had just a t-shirt on, you know, and did he have shorts on? Oh, I can't remember if he had shorts on or if he had trousers, to be honest. I think he probably had trousers on, to be honest, this little kid. Anyway. So he's got up like that, and I'm just standing there. I'm cracking up. I'm just standing there, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I think he said sorry to the kid. The kid weren't hurt, and I think he got back on his bike and rode off. It's just so funny because it was just like I'm just standing there. I mean, I can't do anything. I wouldn't have been able to run after it and catch it because I'm probably further away than he was, probably. But all you could see was him going, and if you knew, but I think Boris Johnson is probably the closest resemblance to my old mate Josh. that I can think of. But that was, there's been so many moments where things like that have happened, because I've always had a fail-safe, always had a fail-safe, because when I first got, this was the first ever one that I got when they first come out brand new in like 2004 or something, and the bloke over there in that shop, JD Models, he said you better get a fail-safe. So I've always had a fail-safe. It's never happened to me, luckily. I really won't. But many of my friends, you know, they'd got RC cars, they got a Nitro car, and I was like, you get a fail-safe. No, don't want that. And that, of course, they zoom off, don't they? I'll never forget one time, I won't give too much of it away, but one time we were in the middle of in the streets, and one shot off and went in the main road. Right, I'll save it for another day, another story for another day, but I'll let it to your imagination what happened to his car. So you know, you learn a lesson, that's for sure. But yeah, that day when all you see was him running after it, his car going full throttle straight into his kid. It fell over, and the kid's laying there going, whoa, he didn't know what had happened. I think he knew what happened. The car's going on the ground. I think the shell shot off. I think the wheel shot off. That was really funny, man. Good job the kid weren't hurt, I suppose. Because it'd be painful. I mean, those of you that have these, well, most of you probably have. If you subscribe to this, I think you probably all got some kind of RC car. The amount of times I've done it before, luckily I've only done it once where it really hurt. But usually I can jump out the way in time. But you know what it's like when you're standing there, and you're engrossed, aren't you? You're looking at the car, so you're engrossed on it. So you're standing there, and you're standing up there, and your car's there, right over there, and you're like full throttle, you're going, and it's coming right to you, you know, and you're watching the car, so you're engrossed in it, aren't you? So, you know, you think it's going to go past you, yeah, you expect it to go past like that, but because you're so engrossed, I mean, I've done it so many times, it's coming actually towards you, and it smashes into your ankle like you can't imagine. I've only ever done it once where it actually hit my ankle. I've had it where I've jumped and it's caught the bottom of my foot and flipped the car and things like that. But once I was going. It was going so quick. I think it was with the Rush, and that used to go pretty quick. That Rush Evo, the one that had this engine in it. Engine there that's blown up. That's the T15 Rush engine. I need to get a new one. It's blown up. But yeah, that hurt. That really smashed into my... I didn't even try and jump or move or anything. It went straight into my ankle, and that bloody hurt. But other times I've realised at the last minute and jumped or moved my foot out of the way and it's gone past it. Yeah, there's been loads of times where I've been going like that, in the middle of a busy road, you know, and I've looked the other way, it's got underneath a car. And it's come out the other side, and the car driver's like, "Whoa, what's going on? What's happened here?" And I'm like, I don't know. So... But yeah, oh man, that was a funny old day. That was, you know what? For those of you that are still young, right? Those of you that are probably the age I was back then, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 or 15, maybe even 16. Them days are the best days, honestly. All my good, funny memories of having friends are from back then. You know, things like that just don't happen these days because no one's interested in doing fun stuff. Everyone's boring. When you grow up, like what I am, or what I'm doing, I'm growing up. So I'm nearly 30 years old now. So when you grow up, everything's just serious and boring, and no one cares about having fun. So make the most of your younger days now. If you're young, just make the most of them, because the best days were when I was young, driving around with these things. Yeah, bloody best days. Anyway, so it's nearly Christmas. It's the 22nd of December today, Saturday 22nd of December. Probably won't have another video on this channel until after Christmas Day. Probably have some. With any luck, there will be some coming up after Christmas Day, because I got back to work on the 2nd of January, so I got about a week, you know, free essentially. So the plan is to go and have a mess around with RC stuff. So you may not have a video from between now and after Christmas Day, but that was the first of the stories. And if you like that story, just give it a thumbs up and let me know. Put a comment in it and let me know, because I did say to you, lot, do you want stories? And you said you wanted to hear some stories. I've got plenty. I've got so many. That skate park that I mentioned, the skate park on the right hand side of the car park, I might go back to that Whole Bridge place and see how much it's changed. and take a car there. So hopefully it's still there. Hopefully the BMX track's still there, because that was nuts. And it only always worried me though, there was a canal right next to it. Like the BMX track here, and the canal was here. Oh, imagine if it shot off and went in the canal. You never get it back. You never get it back. Unless you've got a boat. Yeah, so... Yeah, so if you liked it, brilliant. And I'll tell you some more stories. I won't do them too close in a row. I'll space them out, otherwise it'll get boring with me just sitting here talking, telling you stories. But plenty of funny ones. And I can tell you, I'll tell you a funny story. If you look, can you see the little roll cage? You see that little roll cage? You see it's bent. I've tried to straighten it out. It's not as bent as it used to be. Woo, hello. But there is a, well, I think it's a funny story of how that one came about. How that happened. I tell you what, I wish I had some way of measuring how high up it went in the bloody sky that day when that happened. That would have been bloody good, that would have been. Anyway, yeah, anyway, that's enough of this rambling on. So Merry Christmas everybody, have a fantastic Christmas, and I really wish, from my heart, I wish you all the best. Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, I still wish you all the best. Thank you for being around, thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. Because we're on like nearly 800 subscribers now, I think, and it's just phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal, absolutely brilliant, considering I don't actually post anything. Anyway, Merry Christmas everyone, take care, won't you?